So we just got back from Ouija, the origin of a prequel. Origins.
Ouija.
Ouija,
the origin.
The origins begins.
Hasbro.
I think that's what it's called.
Hasbro origin of ponies?
What? One thing that I was interested in, Mike Flanagan directed this movie, who did Hush earlier this year, which I kind of didn't like at all.
I didn't see it.
And he did a movie called Oculus, which was okay.
Also didn't see it.
Yeah, but this movie now comes out, and I didn't know he was the director. But we saw a trailer in front of Don't Breathe for this movie, and these two...
Were we excited?
Oh, man.
I think you guys were brought down to tears at one point in the trailer.
The first time I saw it, I was physically in tears.
Saying,
I could not stop laughing.
It's because that trailer just makes it look like the dumbest, visual effects heavy bullcrap movie ever.
First, you feel the pressure in your throat. And you start to taste something very sour in your mouth. Then, it's like someone lights a match right in the middle of your chest. And that fire grows. It fills your lungs and your throat and all the way behind your eyes. And the last thing you feel is cold.
Yeah, the whole mouth opening bit. There's a couple moments in the movie with the mouth opening that are just like, why? Like the moment when she's sitting on the couch.
Just watching TV.
And she just has her mouth open.
And her mouth's open, her eyes are rolled back. She's just in her spare time.
She's just like,
And then someone opens the door, she's closes her mouth. Oh, better get the door.
It's the girl's boyfriend that comes in.
Yeah.
He just walks in.
The one that reaches
and she
in the
just
hole
sits
in the
there
wall?
and
Yes.
The hole in the wall guy.
Hole in the wall guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Hole in the wall guy.
And she just sits there and like screeches into the void in her spare time or something.
But getting off topic already though. The movie progresses kind of like it's kind of weird how it starts, because it starts with a seance of sorts, and quickly I think I realized very quickly, I was like, oh, this is fake. They're faking it. And then they kind of confirm, like, oh yeah, we're faking it, but we're not doing it to scam people. We're doing it to help people. And the movie from there goes to get a Ouija board, and then one of the girls uses it in the weirdest ways. The thing that bothered me most about the movie, really, is how the demons came into the house. Because, when they first get the Ouija board, she sees and she's like, let's play with it. And then she, touches it, and then she walks away, and then demons are in the house or something. I was like, what? That's
it was
dumb.
like, hey, let's buy a Ouija board for our act. And they weren't even, from then on, they weren't even scarce about it. It was like
an open thing. And it wasn't even the little girl, actually. It was the mom. Yeah. Because the mom uses it, and she's like, is my husband here? And the little girl's like, yeah, we're here. And then the demons are in the house. I was like, what?
And
I thought there was like an opening ritual.
Yeah, you had to do the ritual to open it, and then the mom didn't do it, and then the mom walked away and completely missed her 9-year-old daughter standing.
Even though they clearly read the rules and flashed a card to the camera, showing the rules. And then they just blatantly ignore them. The whole movie, which is probably the most frustrating part for me. I was like, you know this. Why are you doing this? You stupid idiots.
Yeah, it's like if you start the ritual and then break the rules, then that warrants you should be punished. Yeah, you screwed up. But if you just didn't even do it right in the first place, why? How does it even work?
You're a moron.
The demon shouldn't even be in the house.
Quick thing. They didn't invite the demons into the house. No. The demons were always in the house. They were
always in the house.
They used the Ouija board as a medium to communicate, and through there they were able to possess the little girl using the Ouija board as a medium. It's
still annoying that they used the Ouija board incorrectly. They didn't even do the game, and then the demons attacked them anyway.
Is there a correct way to use a Ouija board?
Yes, we saw it.
Get your Ouija board and show me.
You can order a pink Ouija board on Amazon.
A Ouija board?
Mm-hmm. You can order, they're multicolored.
Yeah, you can order a pink one, like a child-sized pink one.
That's so stupid.
The reviews are hysterical.
Really?
Yeah, they're like short novels of stories that happen, and this dad talking about how he fought the beast that took his daughter, and he puts on his 3 Wolf Moon Power T-shirt. It's incredible.
But I think I like this movie. I'm just gonna put this out there though. I think I like this movie more than both of you did. I think you liked it more than me, but ironically. I think you liked it both sense.
I just had way too much fun watching it.
I felt sorry for the rest of the theater. I was laughing and crying from how hard I was laughing. We were way too loud,
but I'm almost not. Not sorry.
I felt bad because there's a family sitting right in front of us, and after the movie ended, the dude just stood up and was just
he turns around and stares at us.
He just stood at us for 3 minutes. For half the credits, he's just standing there, and we're just
And you're not exaggerating when you say a family. Yeah. There was a mom, a dad, and 3 kids too. Mm-hmm. It was a family.
Like normally when you're bothered by something, you give someone a nasty look and walk away because you avoid. It was he stands up, turns around, looks at us, and he's just adjusts his jacket a little bit, and he just kind of looks around, looks at us, and he keeps looking at us, and we're just kind of
make phones. But afterwards, I kept pushing that this was an Evil Dead movie, and I kept pushing it without realizing that I am only one of 2 people that I saw it with that actually has seen Evil Dead, and I think that attributes to a lot.
I also loved it.
Dylan. I was Dylan.
Only other person who saw Evil Dead.
Yeah, and I think that attributed to me liking it more. I think you guys liked the purposely bad parts, and
because I was looking forward to them
because you were looking
so
for
much.
But I saw them as Evil Dead stuff, the stitches scene. I kept pointing out because it does she's stitching her sister's mouth closed.
One hand stitching her sister's mouth closed. Stab, yank, stab, yank, stab, yank, and it does without letting go of the needle.
It does the Evil Dead thing where she raises it in the air and it dramatically zooms in on it, and she goes back in. I was like, "This is Evil Dead, yeah!" But yeah, I liked that kind of thing in the movie.
Can we talk about the epic zooms when the little girl's playing with the Ouija board? I can't even remember how it played out, but it was the funniest thing.
It was the moment when she has it up to her eye and she's looking around and it's right there and it goes and then she puts it down and it goes
and then it zooms in on her face. And it was and then it did it again 4 seconds later. She's looks around and then it's on the other side. Boom, disappears again. Camera zooms in and she gets scared.
That was great.
I lost it. I
feel like you want to say something, John.
What gave it away?
the playful look in your eye, the boyish grin, I don't know.
Oh, you get me every time. Anyways, what I really liked about this movie was there's the beginning, the first act, it just kind of I'm trying to gather my thoughts, but it shows the ghosts and the beings in the house as more helpful and friendly things. They help the little girl find money, and then they start helping them with the seances. It kind of gives a warming feeling, and then in the second act it takes over, and then it starts doing Fusor Da jump scares left and right, and
there's one they fear. In their tongue, he's Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
They turned her into Dovahkiin.
Yeah, that was weird.
That's all I could think about when jaw drops, blows her mom back 30 feet, and it's just...
But the things that I liked would be the camera work was cool. There's a moment when she has the Ouija board, the little girl, and she's like, "What's this?" And it's kind of flipped upside down, and the camera's on top of it, and she starts spinning it, and the camera spins with it. And I was like, "That's a neat shot. That's really that's good." So I liked most of the camera work. I liked the premise. I liked a lot of the execution of the scenes, and I enjoyed that they weren't. The jump scares mostly weren't false scares. They weren't it wasn't.
hey man.
Yeah, no, it was like if there was a jump scare, it was a demon. But I think we can all agree that the most shockingly poor element of this movie was the visual effects. Like, they were pathetic.
I'm Blu-raying it because of the visual effects, dude.
They're just so bad. And there's a couple that were practical, like her crawling along the walls.
That was beautiful.
That was completely pointless and hysterical, by the way.
But every time, especially the best moment is when the Ghouls and Ghost is in the mirror, and she's like, and he like shoves his arm down
his like arm tentacle down her throat, and then she just bends backward, and you're like, okay,
it's in a
then he's shoving his arm down her throat, and then
he's possessing her.
Mm-hmm.
But
then it just shows her like bent backwards with her mouth like
beautiful.
3 feet wide.
It was a great moment because it was so bad.
I'd like to point out though, it did fix her neck pain. That position, it fixed the neck pain.
There's a lot of
stopped
cracking.
Complaining after that.
There's a lot of cracking.
I think the ghost
was a dead chiropractor.
And Ghoul was
the Ghost and Ghoul.
The ghosty Ghouls and Ghosts was yeah, he was trying to help her initially, but then he got stuck.
He got stuck in her body. He's like, let's just have some fun.
See, it's like it's like the scene in Incredibles when the robot robot's
like
pulling him.
Pulling him.
And then it breaks his back and he's like, yeah.
I know, it's a dead chiropractor. For me anyway, there was a lot of good stuff. And enough that it made for a fun watch. Like, it was constantly engaging.
Yeah, there wasn't really a boring part in the movie.
There's never a moment where I was like, kill me.
Yeah, when he was explaining like the Polish letters, I like actually found myself like listening to what he was saying. I was like, hey, that's pretty neat. Like, you know, like
the diary.
Yeah, the diary. When up in the bedroom when they're talking to the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a moment in that I really enjoyed too, when the three of them are standing and the daughter has that realization moment, and she kind of has that bottomlit spotlight, and the background's all darkened, and it's just like zooming in on her, and she's like, wait a minute, we should not be in the house anymore.
Shut up.
And I was like, okay, that's a cool moment with a good camera shot.
Yeah.
What do you want?
I liked that camera shot, but also can I just point out how stupid the priest was? Can we talk about this somewhere else? Oh, let's talk about it in this possessed house when I've already read the diaries.
It was just the performances. They're all bad.
And then when we made it blatantly obvious and did something no other horror movie has ever done by not splitting up, which there was applause in the audience for, by the way.
Yes, they're like, we shouldn't split up, and one guy down in the bottom row was just like
started clapping, and I was like, all right.
He only did it twice. He went, and then everyone started laughing because it was like, finally a movie. Because they didn't split up.
For the first time in cinema history, they didn't split up. And then they went down in the basement, and then the priest split up.
Hey,
guys. Which was dumb. Because he's an idiot.
Where's the space for the Holy Ghost in here?
That was a great moment. That was
like,
great.
He's like, hey, they're like, hey, remember when we weren't supposed to split up? And he's like, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna split up. Hold on. The ending was a little drawn out. It was when it gets to the hospital bit, you're like, this should have ended 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I really did. I liked seeing her in the insane asylum because I was like, if I went through a thing like that, I probably would go crazy.
And it'd be sketchy, but like, why did she just become incompetent?
Yeah, spoiler.
Like,
but yeah, I think I don't know if she was incompetent. I think she was just kind of traumatized, and I was fine with that. And I would have liked it to end when she went in her prison cell, like when they pushed her in her prison cell, and then she kind of like stared out the window or something, and then it just kind of faded to black.
Yeah.
And that's how the movie ended. I would have been fine with that, but then it goes on for another 5-10 minutes.
And then it had to have
the Ouija hand. Like, what the fuck was that?
With the blood, and then it had to have her sister Deborah
dancing on the
ceiling.
That was so
good.
It was like, all right.
That is what I meant. I was so good.
That's true.
It was great.
It was the final. The final good laugh.
Hurrah.
The final hurrah. They're like...
And it wasn't... but at least it wasn't a jump scare. Because most horror movies end with the little
Especially Blumhouse.
And this was a Blumhouse.
It was a Blumhouse, and it didn't end with a jump scare. So 11 out of 10.
11?
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I would recommend it. It's not great, but it's not bad. I had fun with it.
It's an entertaining, fun. It's a funny movie.
Yeah, it's very campy.
You'll get a good laugh and enjoy some of the stuff they did. See some of the new stuff.
I'd say it's worth the price of admission.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like
see it once.
Yeah.
Another thing about it is I think it's a really good intro horror movie. I mean, because it's not harsh. On the scares.
Like, no, it's a good one to get people started on horror for sure.
Mm-hmm. You can anticipate a lot of them, and they can get you jumped. But I kind of went in there and I was just laughing every time I saw anything. I'm so sorry.
I feel bad. I feel bad because I couldn't take the movie seriously for a second, even when it tried to get serious. When spooky stuff, I could not take it seriously. And I wanted to, because it's like there were some good stuff. Like I appreciate some of the good stuff, but it was just like, why is she crawling on the wall? Why is a demon sticking his tentacle in her throat? Why?
Yeah. I think that puts an end to our day 3 of horror spooptacular.
Spooptacular.
Spooptacular horror week.
Ghouls and Ghosts, the prequel.
So
Ouija,
the prequel, the sequel to the prequel of Evil.